Hello YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. This is supposedly the top 20 games as condoned by Game Center, which is a Walmart freebie magazine you can pick up in their aisles. Now this is the third issue they put out, and this is the top 20 games of all time. Now at first I assumed they're going to put like 20 FPS games across the board, but I was actually surprised they didn't. They put a lot of diversity in the selection of games. These hand-picked games are actually something I think a lot of people consider fair, because they added, a large variety. They weren't just, the same old category. But let me get into it, and after I can give a brief description of what I think of it. Number 20 is The Sims. Number 19 is Pokemon Red and Blue. Number 18 is Mass Effect 2. Number 17 is Red Dead Redemption. Number 16 is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Number 15 is Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. Number 14 is Super Mario Kart. Number 13 is Chrono Trigger. Number 12 is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Number 11 is Half-Life 2. Number 10 is Super Metroid. Number 9 is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Number 8 is Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo. Number 7 is World of Warcraft. Number 6 is Tetris. Number 5 is Final Fantasy 7. Number 4 is Super Mario Bros. 3. Number 3 is Resident Evil 4. Number 2 is Metal Gear Solid. And number 1 is Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And quite frankly, this list is quite interesting how they put it all together. Now, granted, my personal take on number 7, it would have been Warcraft, or at least the Warcraft series. It would have put them all together as one, not just this World of Warcraft fiasco. And a lot of people would probably agree with me. All of the World of Warcraft, I just call it all of the World of Warcraft. Touch my nipples. All the Warcraft games deserve to be on that list as one entity, because let's face it, the lore was interesting. Granted, though, it was kind of a knockoff or fan fiction of Warhammer. It was successful in its own right. I looked at this entire list, and granted, a lot of people who are probably going to listen to that list would probably look at it and go, well, I'd probably have Super Metroid as number 1 or Final Fantasy 7 as number 1. They'll mix and match and, paste together what they think would be better in this list. But it's a fair list, I think. It has a lot of different categories, a lot of different genres that aren't, biased. It just keeps it where it's plenty of games that are, were well known, and they were quite established as great games or good games to a lot of people. So overall, I thought this was a pretty spiffy job. They gave a brief description of each game. Not just saying, oh yeah, it's Street Fighter 2. That's it, and you just move on. No, they actually gave it a little description about it. I'm not going to read these descriptions one by one, but it's just the fact that it was a really good list. It gave a nice little picture for each character or each little game that they put in this, and impressive overall. Kudos. But overall, do you guys agree with this list? Do you think it looked like something that was plausible or something that sounded really well put together? Or do you think it was just a cheap ploy to attack people's nostalgia in order to get you to take one of their free magazines? But either way, I quite frankly thought it was a pretty cool magazine, or at least article, and well, I might be picking up more of these freebies as I go to Walmart in the future. But either way, take it easy folks, thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.